Shalom, shalom, shalom. Calling on praise and glorification to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, HAQADASH, and YAHAWAH, and calling on praise and glorification to YAHAWAH, HAQADASH, and calling on YAHAWAH, HAQADASH. So like, and the goes in the march to the elder apostles, great millstone, a great millstone who teach you well. Now the main topic of the lesson is well, it's a two-part thing. It's real quick about breaking news. How Iran is basically going back to war with the U.S. They called off the talks, the indirect talks of peace and all that shit, and they just threw out the window now because they're sick of this, they're sick of this shit, and Israel is trying to bomb Bahrain, right now. So they said, "Fuck it, we're going back to war now," and that's what they're doing. They're bombing each other's bases and all that stuff. So, and also on another note, they're trying to block the Strait of Mabdad, saying that right. The Strait of Babel Mabdad. I'm saying that right. Babel Mabdad, which is a critical strait on the other side near the Red Sea. And so they're most likely going to use Yemen. But yeah, they're most likely going to use Yemen, to launch some, maybe some drones or launch some boats or whatever the case may be to block the other strait on the other side, of the not Persian Gulf, the Arabian Peninsula. Yeah, they gotta send Yemen over there to block that, which is responsible for the majority of the world's trade in general. And I was taking like 12%. So that could completely fuck up, the world in general, the world economy. So things about to get real messy out here, real messy, real fast. And on the other side, they're running low on the strategic, what's it called? Strategic petroleum reserve. Strategic petroleum reserve. And they're running low on that as well. So prepare for some more gas, prices to spike up, and not even just gas, but food in general too, to spike up as well. So I get that ready on the mind, because we're about to enter into that real soon. And getting one precept on that as well, real quick, because all this is, of course, a biblical prophecy. Get one precept real quick, because they're doing all this peace talk, saying, "Oh, we got a deal, that we're so close to a deal, blah, blah, blah." But now they're back at war again. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3, "For when they shall see peace and safety, then shall destruction come upon them, that travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." So that's what's happening right now. But the main topic of the lesson is that the fact is June, and there's a microchip. June right now. And the microchip technology is prevalent. And this dude Elon Musk talking about how he wants everyone, to get, all the people in the world to get a chip. It reminds me of a little thing called the Pact of the Future. If I look that up real quick, the Pact of the Future. Because these heathen of the UN made a little deal. Pact of the Future. Oh, yeah. Pact of the Future. Here we go. The Pact for the Future is a landmark international agreement adopted by the United Nations on September 22nd, 2024. Designed to modernize global governance. It outlines concrete actions across sustainable development, peace and security, digital innovation, and youth. Now, look this up. Biometric ID. Pact to the Future Biometric ID. The UN Pact for the Future and the attached Global Digital Compact do not mandate a biometric ID for global citizens. Let's skip down here. It used to say that it did. Hold on. Just a second. Yeah, now they got the district. Yeah, it used to say that though. Now they changed it up. Look up at this digital ID. Digital ID. The UN Pact for the Future adopted in September 2024 includes a global digital component. Okay. Yeah, they changed it up. Yeah, I did a lesson on this beforehand. No. Yeah, I did a lesson on this beforehand, but now they changed it up. Global digital ID. UN member states endorse a global digital ID framework with Pact for the Future. Okay. And now it's fucking with me. It is some bullshit. Whatever. Fine. But also, Trump, he made an executive order. Well, he planned to make an executive order to release biometric ID for banking. And they changed this shit up, man. No. Because we had this beforehand. Now, you look at my old videos. I believe I did the video on this beforehand. No. On the Pact of the Future, but they changed it up. No, because that's what Esau do. He changes up information. Banking. Where is this? Biometric ID, banking, executive order. Trying to find the article. Could we just, man? Yeah, they changed this shit, man. Yeah, here we go. Hold up. Trump orders to require banks to collect citizenship info and process. No. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said the executive order that will mandate that banks must collect citizenship information from customers is currently in progress, which is happening right now. Because go back. Apparently been released recently on Forbes. No. Yeah, they changed this shit up. No, ain't that bitch. No, they changed this shit up. Not to say, oh, we're not really trying to do that. We're just trying to verify who you are and all that shit. Nah, man, that's essentially what they're trying to do. They're trying to essentially get everyone hooked on that digital ID, man. Again, we did a lesson on this beforehand, but they changed. That's what Esau does. He changed up the information, man. No? And that's what Esau does. But regardless of the fact, anyway, let's get this. No? Because this devil's a motherfucker, man. No, no, he changed up information on the fly to try to discredit us. But beforehand, we doing videos on this shit. No, no, what did he do to demons, man? So what do you expect from the devil, man? He's supposed to deceive. No, so can't really be that surprised. And, yeah, this is Revelation 13:16. He calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. You receive an M-A-R-K in your right hand or in their forehead. Now the word there for mark is the word charagma. Is the word charagma in the Greek. Get that real quick. As you can see, going up, the word there. Yep, see that charagma means stamp and imprinted mark. The mark branded upon horses, thin carved, sculpture, graven work, a stamp. No, a scratch or etching. So when you have an etching, like for instance, when you're walking around outside, and you see someone carve into a tree, that's an etching or a scratch or whatever the case may be, whatever you want to call it. Now, basically something imprinted onto that object, you know? And that's exactly what's going to happen with the chip. They got to quite literally put something in you, you know? No, got to put something in your skin. Not going to be a literal tattoo that they got to literally put on people. No, it's going to be a chip. Because this is the way of the future, man. No? Now this is part of the future contract, man. They want to sell by 2030. No, digital society, man. No, you already see over there was in Britain. No, you got the president, no, the King Charles talking about pushing to a digital ID. And all these other countries like India, no, Kenya, and all these other places pushing for a digital ID. I believe Spain as well. Everyone pushing to a digital ID. No, everything, no, all your information on the digital web. No, so that's only what gotta happen. Now the root word for karama is the word karax. I mean a pail, a stake, a palisade. Now you look at the needle, that is a palisade. That's a spike. No. So the guy used a karax, which is a spike, which is a needle. Now to put the karagma in you. And in that, now in the karagma is the word grapheo. I'm saying that correct. Grapheo means to write. And to write in reference to contents of writing, basically to put things, information, onto something. Now, what is the thing they're putting onto something? Now, what they're doing is putting the data into you. No, this is what the whole society is bringing about, man. With these data centers, with a little thing called the Fourth Industrial Revolution. No, so in this Fourth Industrial Revolution, they're bringing about these data centers to hold all that, because they gotta need them data centers to hold all the chip data. I gotta be putting people and the digital IDs and all that shit. No, they need those big data centers to hold all that info. Live. No. And also not even for just for that, but also for other AI technology, surveillance technology, and all that shit. Now they gotta need these data centers to be up and functional, and not just there just to do some shitty ass AI video. No, they're not making these data centers just to make some shitty ass AI video. They're making data centers to for surveillance and monitoring of the people. No, there's a little thing called Project Gideon, Palantir. That's the whole point of these things, man. To control and to monitor the population. No, so that's exactly what you're trying to do. No, it's all part of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. Including that chip, man. Which we're in right now. The merging of man and machine. Even the dude Kyle Schwab was talking about the chip, man. No? Even that nigga's talking about the chip. And the old clip. See if I can pull it up real quick. Well, actually, no. Gotta have my headphones in. You're not gonna hear it. But I'll show you the video though, so you can play it yourself. So you won't. So you know that I'm not just making the shit up. Hold up this video from a little bit ago from GMS. Here we go. GMS Babylon Falling 144 from 5 days ago. Bible Belt Pastures talking about the mark of the beast chip. No, so that's the title of the video. You can see right there. That's the name of the channel. No, and he goes into it about how these insiders, they know what's what. They know what's up. No, so this is all part of the ploy, the scam, the scheme, the plot that these demons, these Edomites, so-called white man is trying to do. Okay? So verse 17, Revelation 13:17, and that no man might buy or sell, because you're going to need that digital ID, digital currency, and that chip, in order to buy and sell. Because you're not going to be able to go to the store, a cash register. You got to use your hand in order to do it. You're not going to be able to use credit cards. You're not going to be able to use, your smartphone. They're going to be all the way, Because you got to remember the circumstance and the time period you're going to be in at that time. They're not going to be some normal circumstance. They're not going to bring it out now for no reason. They're going to need a reason. And the reason is going to be power outages, blackouts, all sorts of chaos. People ain't going to have their ID when they're running from a different state to try to hide out in some 15-minute city. No, people are not going to have their ID after their house get looted and ransacked. No, that could be the last thing on their mind. No, people ain't going to have their phone because their phone not going to be charged. They ain't going to have the battery life. No, they ain't going to have the support to do it. Now, that's the time period we're about to be in. No, so people are going to be fucked up out here. People are going to be fucked up out here, man. They got to go buck wild because they ain't going to have the resources that they need in order to properly function, in this corrupt society. So when they release that chip, they got to bring it about in these 15-minute cities, these lockdown cities. They got to bring it up over there, these smart cities. Say, in order to buy and sell, in order to buy and sell, in order to, make converse. Because they ain't going to be online shipping during that time either. So buying things online and shit not going to work or fly. And not going to be that much to buy, ain't goddamn it, because most people are dead. So, so in order to go to a local grocery store, that's still open, they're probably heavily guarded, by military, because they got to be centralized and everything. So, the place is got to be like one grocery store in the whole city complex. There's one grocery store open, so everyone can funnel in there or alive, But in order to buy and sell, you got to need that chip because that's got to be the way to tag and identify the people, to make sure whether or not, they're, in the system or not. Because they ain't going to let some random person go in there. You got to need to identify you, You got to need to identify you. Make sure that, you're a part of this system, man. All right, so reading again, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you ain't going to be able to buy or sell or do anything. Unless you got the name, which is the name of the beast basically shows that you're owned by this Edomite. It's just like branding. It shows that whether or not you're owned by something. And that's why they brand animals. And they call you animals. They call you goyim. It means cattle. So they treat you as animals. So in order to go to the store to buy anything or anything like that, you gotta need that chip. It goes along with the name. Same thing with the number because that's the barcode inside the chip. And also if I let you read it. And no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him to have understanding. Count the number of the beast, which is the number of the man, and number 603 score and 6, or chi stigma. No, Chi, Psi, stigma. Chi goes into Chi goes into, if I'm not mistaken, the crossing out YAHAWASHI because it's the shape of the X. Psi goes into the medical industry because it's in the shape of a snake. And stigma, the word stigma also means mark as well. Now, it also can apply to a physical thing too. Because Apostle Paul said he buried his body the marks of the Lord Yahawashi. In Galatians 6, I believe 17. And Yahawashi quite literally got marked, physically. So the word stigma can also apply to a physical word as well, which goes into the chip. So this is what this Edomite is planning to do. All right. So Lord, when you edify, that's basically the main point. Of course, again, my praise and all glorification to Yahawah, Shemel Shab, Shemakai, QADASH, and Shalom.